Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well today. I just want to talk about selling a house because it's the spring market now. We're fully in the spring market. It's the busiest market in Halifax. And if you're thinking about selling a house, I think this is a great story for you if you're trying to decide whether or not it's a good time to sell a house and what you should be doing to get your house ready to sell a house. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about my recent listing that did really well, 118 Sherbrooke Drive. You can see that on Viewpoint. If you want to know what it's sold for, you guys get the details there. But I want to elaborate on the experience we had. So one thing that people don't realize and take into account is how long it takes to get a listing ready for market. That means from the moment you decide you want to sell a house to getting it ready for photos and video and getting ready for viewings, there's a lot of things that have to go into it, such as staging consultations, a full stage if necessary, pre-inspections, cleaning, maybe you got to do paint, setting up furniture, and all the checklists that have to be done to get a house ready for market. So with Sherbrooke Drive, for example, we started actually in November 2023. That was when we had the initial consult of getting the house ready for market, meaning we had to set the timeline, figure out when was best time for my sellers to go to the market, when was best opportunity for them to make the most money, which was their goal, was to make the most money off the sale as they possibly could to move forward on their next purchase. So in November, we had the initial consult with me. Then we got the staging consult with Lori Butler from Lori Bootlier now from Upstage Home Staging, who does all my staging. Lori came in November as well, gave them a list of options that they should do. And in January 2024, moving into February 2024, that's when my sellers and clients decided to go to work getting the house painted. We turned an unfinished room into a 5th bedroom, redid the trims, redid the painting, got the staging in, got the staging consult in, consulted with Lori about how to rearrange furniture, got the pre-inspection done, went through the items that came up on the pre-inspection report, got those knocked off, disclosed them, got all the documents available, ready for buyers who had questions, whether that was Nova Scotia Power, taxes, Halifax Water, receipts from any upgrades that they had done, the list of upgrades they had done since they took ownership, those receipts involved. Essentially, everything that had to be done that a buyer could ask for and may want was done before we went to market. So that way, when we went to market, that it could be a seamless transition as possible for a buyer to purchase this house. Now, you're going to see it sold over asking if you look up the history on Viewpoint. And I want to be clear, when we priced this out, we talked about two strategies, which was going for market value, which I had thought confidently $719,900, which was the list price. I had thought that was market value. That's what it should sell for in today's market based on the comparables at the time, comparables being recent solds. There was talk of a second strategy about 3 weeks before we knew what date we were going to list. Two to 3 weeks before we knew we were going to list. The clients asked, are we going to do the drop the price to get multiple offers to raise up the price? And we talked about that a lot on the podcast, and you're going to hear about that a lot on the podcast coming up. But at the time, the 700s had been fickle for multiple offers, and the 700s had been fickle for over asking and the amount of activity in the 700,000s. And with that being involved, we were initially going to be debating two strategies: $699.9 hold offers for a week, $719 24 hours for offers. We decided $719.9 hold offers for a week and just see what we get. But everyone at the table was more than happy with the list price if we had received it. But we wanted to see what we could generate because we had done all this work to make sure this listing showed in its best possible light. So the thing that was crazy was everything that they did and the work that they put in to get this house ready. We paid for professional cleaners, the staging consult, the pre-inspection report. We even had the photographer move. We even got the photographer to move the shoot day because it was a cloudy day and we had harbor views on this listing. So we had them move it to the next following Monday so that we could have a bright sunny day, so that we could show the drone really well, the video really well, the photo showed really well. We could highlight all the features this property existed. Now, that all comes together for this moment when you go to market. And I had set expectations as I thought expectations would be that, hey, 700s are slower. You don't get as much activity. All you need is one offer. That's all I kept saying was all you need is one great offer, one great offer, one great offer. And you're set. Well, we came to market on the Wednesday. We're holding our offers until the following Tuesday. And 25 viewings in the 7 days. And we were done the majority of those. Probably had about 18, 19, 20 of those viewings done by end of day Saturday. And then we had 2 open houses. And it's the open houses that really, really seem to exceed all expectations. Typical open house, if you're hosting them as a realtor, you typically get them from 10 people, 15 people, 20 people. 20 people is like a phenomenal open house. Like, you really knocked out of the park if you get 20 guests in that time period. On the Saturday, we decided to run with 2 open houses, 10 to noon and 2 to 4. And we had the first open house had about 60 people show up inside of 2 hours. It was mayhem. It was absolute carnage. I swear they were coming outside the woodwork. They were coming through the doors, the windows. My sellers have a ring doorbell. They had to turn it off because of the notifications they're getting from the amount of people that were walking in and out of this house. And we knew we had a second open house from 2 to 4 the same day. So we shut it down for 2 hours, and then we had our second open house, and then we had 30 people. We had so much activity on the Saturday that we decided, okay, we need to do an open house tomorrow as well. So on the Sunday, we added a third open house that wasn't planned, scheduled the last minute, and that still received another 40 people on the day. So I'm telling this whole story about the activity we got and the work that we got to really highlight the fact of what it takes to sell a house for the top dollar value and the return you get. So all in all, you get all this activity, you follow up on the Tuesday. And so we've had 25 official viewings of Realtors, 132 guests with open houses to receive 10 offers and on the night. And you guys can see what it sold for on Viewpoint. 10 offers on the night, and then the next day, on the Wednesday after we had accepted an offer, we actually received an 11th offer that was a bully offer to try and dislodge our current accepted offer. My clients did not like that idea, so they stuck with their accepted offer, regardless of the fact that the bully offer we received was for a significant amount more money with no conditions, and it was whatever closing my sellers wanted. So it was a much better offer for them financially, but they decided to honor the current deal that they accepted because the buyers at the time had honored the rules of engagement in terms of being involved with the process and in terms of showing up at the right time to accept the offer. So my sellers decided to honor that way. But the reason I'm saying this, I'm telling this story, is just because it exceeded all expectations of what we thought it was going to sell for. The experience itself exceeded all expectations in terms of what we thought the activity would be on the listing. You know, you can argue price. Maybe I priced it low. I don't think I did. I thought I priced it well. I thought I priced it efficiently for what the home was worth. The fact that we got what we did over and above asking, I think comes down to one, market activity. We're in the spring market now. It's really, really getting hot out there again. You're seeing a lot of buyers come back to the market. But on top of that, the work that went involved, the painting alone, making sure the staging was done well, making sure the home was clean and presentable. You know, no one talks about the fact that I kicked the sellers out with 2 young kids and a puppy for 4 to 5, 6 nights. Not nights, but days where they were gone from, 8 in the morning to 8 at night, just so that they could try and get as many people in the door as possible. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is because I really want to highlight and stress the point of, if you do the work when you're getting ready to sell a house, if you do follow the staging consultations, if you do the pre-inspection report, if you get it professionally cleaned, if you get the paperwork done, if you disclose everything you know about the house, if you can do the right type of marketing content, the right open house content, if you properly take the time to get the house ready for market, and you price it well, it always comes down to price. Don't ever let anything else get that misconstrued in your head. It always comes down to price. But if you do everything else right as well as price, you will get those results and it will fall into place for you. So I just want to share that story. If you guys have any questions about selling a house in today's market, I'll do chat. And if you have any questions at all, just let me know. All right, guys, have a good day. Talk soon. Bye.